My name is Crystal Conley. Thank you for joining me. Of course, there is always more training available out there as far as intermediate and advanced, but we want to get you started on the fast track so that way you can start doing your Facebook Lives or any type of social media live with confidence. And of course, if you have any questions along the way, you're more than welcome to reach out to myself or Don and Karen if you have any questions. But let's go ahead and get this presentation started. Basic video tips for recording online. A little prep time. Ever hear the saying that practice makes perfect? When preparing for a video, you want to give yourself enough time to prep. This includes looking yourself in the mirror and reading out loud from memory. This allows you to practice some eye contact, okay? It's a good way to get comfortable with the words, a good way of looking at yourself because you'll have to practice actually looking in front of the camera whenever you're recording. Another way that you can prepare is to actually have a prompt script reader that can be found if you have an iPhone or an Android. It's actually a particular app that you can download. There is free ones to use, and there are ones that you can just pay a small little fee for a more advanced little script reader. But all these kind of help you get used to preparing yourself, speaking in front of the video, hearing yourself talk, and how you say things. Of course, if there's any further questions on that, you can feel free to reach out to us. Recording a draft with the script in hand or going back to hear yourself read and then look at your body language, posture, and how you sound. Okay, so this one right here, recording a draft, it's not meant to be perfect. It's meant for you just to have a script in hand so you can just kind of, again, warm up to the idea that you're speaking. Some people have a hard time listening to their voice. They don't like the sound of their voice, so there's little things that kind of make them uncomfortable when it comes to recording. So the suggestion is just to do a draft with the script in hand and just repeat what you see on the actual script. Read it, and here you're not really focusing on so much the eye contact as much as you are hearing yourself, and then having a chance to look at your body language and your posture, and then going back to hear it, looking at yourself from the video after it's been recorded, looking at yourself, how you stand, your body language, and how you sound. So in this way, you kind of make tiny critiques yourself, and hopefully keep it positive. This isn't meant for you to, badger yourself or anything like that, but this is really to build, again, your confidence of the point of getting comfortable about hearing yourself, what others will hear, and what you look like. Getting in front of the camera and recording with no script, but you simply get comfortable with seeing how you look and how others may view you. This is someone who might be a little bit more advanced. They are good with memorizing long dialogue. They own this. They own the script. There's an ownership to the script. They've made it theirs. They feel comfortable in front of the camera, and you're just simply, going in front of it just to see how you look and how others may look. I know I do it. I will at one point just focus on the words itself and the sound quality. Then I will worry about the lighting, and then I will worry about how I actually look. So I want to make sure, my clothes are on straight, my shirt's not wrinkled, maybe my necklace isn't flipped on the other side, my hair is not in my face. These are all the things that come pretty much after, once you get comfortable dealing with the script. Now you just kind of focus on, the outer aspect that will make you stand out and make you attractive to your target audience. Take one. Content ready. If you know what the market wants, you want to make sure that you are about to present in your video script exactly what the market wants. Okay, so I'll repeat that again. It might have been a little confusing. You want to make sure that in the video you are content ready. So if you know already what the market wants, you need to make sure that what you present in the video is exactly that. You don't want to talk about anything else other than what you intend to talk about, okay? And hopefully that's pretty straightforward. Make sure that what you are presenting has the benefits included. Okay, so whenever you are getting ready to do a live, you want to talk about your experience, okay, because you are trying to relate a little bit to your market. And then you want to talk about the benefits included, okay, not so much on the long spill of how it benefited you. You will share some of it, but you also want to talk about the benefits included and how it's going to help your target audience, okay? The focus is your target audience more than it really is you, okay? So keep that in mind. You want to make sure your story is in order and it makes sense as you read it. So example is don't express the benefits of a product before talking about your pain without the product, the loss or the disadvantage without the benefits. You want to identify with the market, and that means that your target audience is the focus, not yourself. Okay, so you start off expressing your pain and keep it brief. Then you talk about your loss or the disadvantage without the product or the opportunity that you're presenting, whatever niche that you're in. And then you want to go into the benefits of it. Again, you want to identify with the market. You want to let them know that this can benefit them. You've identified already it benefited you. Now get off of that and explain to them how it will benefit them. Take 2. Does it flow? Whenever you talk in your video, whenever you present something to your video, you want to make sure that it flows. You want to make sure that it sounds like you and not someone else. For example, you don't want to use the word amor on a regular basis to describe your daily life, your success or your failures, if you don't typically speak like that on a regular basis. It would be one thing if you are perhaps an English teacher or philosopher and the term amor is something you use on a regular basis. But if it's not, you don't want to position yourself in sounding like someone you're not. And the reason why is because you will most likely be uncomfortable with that type of terminology and you will hear it in your tone. And the more that you focus on trying to say something that you typically don't say on a regular basis will cause you to kind of lose track of the goal, the end game here of what you're trying to present to your target audience, okay? If you're dealing with numbers and data in your video, are you making yourself sound robotic? Again, this is another good one. If you are talking about numbers and data, again, the best way you can deal with numbers and data is to sound like yourself. Now, if you are uncomfortable talking about numbers and data, then you simply just need to omit it. Okay, it's that simple. It's not you. If it sounds scientific and you can't explain it very well, you're better off leaving it out, because again, the audience that is going to listen to this video is going to have a hard time finding any type of relation to what you're saying or even wanting to stick around, because it sounds like you're disconnected to the true story and the benefits and what you're trying to share, the connection with your target audience, okay? Next, you want to make sure that the words and phrases align with how you speak on a regular basis. So we talked about that a little bit. The reason why you want to make sure that words and phrases align with how you speak on a regular basis is so you're not stopping throughout the video to make sense of what you just said. So you don't want to feel like you have a panic in the middle of what you're saying, because the sentences don't make sense. Okay, the paragraphs don't make sense, words don't make sense. If you revise the wording, you can, without changing the heart or the blueprint of the message you're trying to get. Okay, so that's like initially what you want to do. If someone hands you the script and they say, own the script, own the message, then you basically memorize what's there, but then you make some necessary revisions or wordings tailored to you so that way you feel comfortable. And so whenever someone is listening to you tell your story or share the benefits of something that you've experienced, that they are finding common ground with you. They want to listen to you because it sounds natural. Okay? Take 3. Breathe, 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 breathe. It will be all right. If you have content, value, and the benefits in your video, the hard part is over. This is what is known as your ultimate blueprint, okay? You have what needs to be said in the video, and now you just need to stick to it. So congratulations. People want to see you be yourself. So how else will you get people to know, like, and trust you to buy from you? So again, a lot of these points in this video is to allow people to prepare you on how you present yourself to your target audience, so where people will want to know you, like you, trust you, follow you, inquire, have questions, and then ultimately these people, your target audience, want to buy from you. Okay, they want to follow you. You'll become their biggest, they'll be your biggest fan. All right. Take 3. Silence your phones from incoming calls. Silence your phones from incoming calls or text. All right. So when you're getting ready to prepare on your recording, you want to make sure that you silence any phones around you. Incoming calls, go ahead and put your notifications on silent. You want to be in a very quiet area where there's no distractions, no outside noise. This also goes for any background appearances, anything that might alert the audience from looking. Perfect example is you might be outside in nature. Nature is a beautiful thing, but you want to make sure that perhaps you might not be in front of a creek, where someone might be looking at running water and fish jumping out of the water, or perhaps you're inside your house and you have a fan going on, so someone is distracted by the fan that is twirling in the background, and they're looking at you and then looking at the fan. So you just want to be aware of certain things in your background. If you can help it, try to just find a place where there is you have a white background or a nice virtual background if you are advanced, and then go from there. Okay, make sure you have plenty of lighting unless you're intentionally recording a night video. So if you're inside, if you have a ring light, if possible, for you those who are more advanced, you may know this already, that you want to get rid of any of the indoor lights and just stick with your ring light. Now, if you're around natural light, you don't want to use your ring light. you just want to stick with the natural light. And the reason why is because the natural light will automatically drown out the ring light, and it could create a shadow effect. So if you're going to use natural light, use the natural light. And then if you don't have a ring light, make sure you're surrounded by good lighting. I do not recommend using any type of lamps because it will create a shadow effect. And so you will be up against a wall and there will be you presenting, but then you'll have a nice little shadow behind you. Moving as you're moving and whatever expressions you may have. And so I find that people tend to look at the shadow, be more entertained by your shadow than you. And you don't want that to happen, though I'm sure you will give a good presentation. Have your phone horizontal when recording to eliminate the black bars on the side video. So if you could test it out on your phone. If you just push record, currently where it's vertical, you record it, and then you push save, and then you play it. You'll notice that it will have black bars on the left and the right side because it's in a vertical position. Then you go back, you record it horizontal, it will eliminate the bars after you save it. You play it and it's just it's like watching a movie with no bars on there. Okay, so try to record horizontally. Most people recommend this anyway whenever you're dealing with video marketing. It just looks better. And it's better for higher end people, videographers who are, doing some editing and stuff like that. The work is a lot easier. All right, turn your volume up. Okay, this one, I have to put this one in there because even when you're starting off and even when you're advanced, forgetting to turn the volume up seems to be, something simple, but one that gets easily missed. So if you have to check your volume. If you can still have your notifications off, have your notifications off at the same time. So that way you don't have any unwanted notifications in the middle of you recording. You might have to start all over again, unless you put music to the background. But again, that would probably be for more advanced people. And then for sound quality, use a mic. Okay, these mics are really, really cheap on ones that you can attach onto you. For usually like Mic Pop or professional mics, whatever, you could order them on Amazon for anywhere between 25 to, and they go on up. But the reason why you want to do this is because it will bring out the sound. It will, if your phone is, you have a smartphone, but maybe it's not a higher end phone, it might be able to take out some feedback, some nasty feedback that would pick up because of the quality of the phone. The mic might help, okay? You don't necessarily want to rely on just the quality of the phone itself, even if you do have a higher end phone. I have a Galaxy A51 and the quality of the phone is great and the sound quality of the phone is great, but when I added the Mic Pop to my phone, what I thought was great sound quality in the phone just itself, the mic actually eliminated this variant feedback that was hardly noticeable naturally to the ear until you put the mic on. Then you go back, you record, and then you play it and realize, wow, okay, never mind. My voice is amazing. My voice is loud, crisp, and clear. And that's why you want the mic. So not just for the sound, but also your voice, okay? Then slow and steady gets the message across. Take your time to be heard clearly, okay? There's no need to rush. There's no need to panic, and be yourself. And I promise you that even if you struggle a little bit, the person who is watching your video will find more common ground in you sharing because you are yourself, you took your time, and you were steady with the message, okay? Last but not least, breathe and action.